Let's kick it off with Trey Adams and Pro-Am. Snapping ankles, drawing two defenders, and whipping the sweet no-look pass for three. Made both those dudes jump. Out here straight bamboozling fools. Next, we're with Matt August in My Career. 1.7 seconds.
The 2K Sport.
NBA regular.
Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the line, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup. Jazz looking to please their fans here at home. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season. They were able to sweep the season series last year, completely controlling the play in each game.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
People, Steve, talk about the length of the season, 82 games. Do you think the league will ever reduce that number?
No, I don't think so. I think the commissioner's done an excellent job of trying to spread out games. He's cut down the back-to-backs, and so it's given some guys some much-needed rest, and I think they've looked at the travel schedule. So I don't think they ever want to reduce the number of games. The league is going well right now with 82.
And you've got to keep, Steve, the regular season relevant.
Yes.
Don't you? It's got to matter. It's got to matter.
I think so, and I think that's the reason why. I think they might change the playoff format, but I don't think they would change the regular season.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Peja Stojakovic is out there at West. Then there's Maravich, and it's Mutombo, and it's Kuzi in at the point. Here's Kuzi. Mutombo sets a screen. Kuzi with the bucket.
I tell you, Kuzi is pretty crafty down there on the block, has that sense of how to score in traffic.
Right side, Conley. Here's Irving. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Kuzi passes to Stojakovic. To the middle. Dallas moving it around. Picked by West. Here's Kuzi. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Here's Kuzi. Mutombo is screen on Conley. Here's Kuzi. No good that time. And Utah the other way now. To the paint. Here's Carter. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
A guy who converts well at the rim. You like to see the aggression there.
You really like him setting the tone early. Physical, challenging guys to stop him.
Now, here's Mutombo. On the wing, Stojakovic. Over Conley. And it's Stojakovic missing.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Ben Saturday, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Lopez. Gordon comes in for Carter. Siegfried checked in for Irving. And it's Brown in for Mike Conley. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Carl Landry's checked in for Mutombo. Gibson comes in for Webb. Look at that.
Nice.
And Weber, just tremendous size in the paint. Easily rising up to take that one home.
Here's Kuzi. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Kukoc. Over Gordon. Kukoc gets the bucket. Kukoc has got his first points in this one.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Jazz. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Utah leading by 4 on the floor for Dallas. Taj Gibson is out there with Tony Kukoc. Then there's Carl Landry. Then it's Bibby. And it's Kuzi in at the guard position. Weber with it. He's picked up by Landry. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Here's Siegfried. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And here's a look at the stats for Eric Gordon. How he did last season. Averaged 18 points per, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
I totally agree. He has the IQ and the ability to take it up another level anytime he wants.
Here's Landry. Rebound, Utah. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. It's good. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out as far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious. And he wasn't trying to be funny.
Brown with it. Over Kuzi. Landry grabs the miss.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Here's the 3. Landry grabs the miss. Matched by 4. To the inside.
What power from Taj Gibson. He really likes sending a message to the defense with his dunks.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
What a year for the Utah Jazz in 2018. A 5th place finish in the West with a solid 48-win season. Definitely surpassed the expectations many had going into the year.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Weber. Carter comes in for Eric Gordon. Irving's checked in for Siegfried. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Brown. And Smitty, the Jazz certainly caught many by surprise last season.
You have to credit the job the front office did to reload the roster. Ended up losing to the Rockets in a thriller in the second round. But this is a team no opponent wants to see in the playoffs.
Irving against Maravich. Off the pick. And it's Lopez penetrating.
The aggression there from Lopez. Saw his lane and finished it with a dunk.
Bibby kicks to Maravich. Back to Bibby. West to screen on Conley. Here's Bibby. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Maybe against Conley. Pass to Irving. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Jazz lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And, Kenny, and that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Welcome back, everyone. The light rail system here in Salt Lake City carrying people into the downtown area and to our game tonight. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Utah leading by 4. Conley out there with Irving. Then there's Carter. Then it's Weber, and it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. It's good on the putback.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Mutombo sets a screen. Comes out Maravich. He's covered by Irving. As passes to Stojakovic. Mutombo sets a screen. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Dallas shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Jazz shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Fades away. Can't hit that one.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Here's Maravich, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Maravich has got his first bucket in this one. Conley kicks to Lopez. Carter outside. Irving against Maravich. The kick out to Lopez. Lopez sets a screen for Carter. 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
Here's Kuzic, over by Conley. That one good for 2. Maravich has got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Weber a screen. Outside Conley. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Kuzic passes to Stojakovic. No good. That would have tied it.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here's Conley outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Conley's got the lead up to 6 now for Utah. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Mutombo is screen on Conley. Mutombo sets a screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Maravich, the skill set, how savvy he is, and then the showmanship that he brings. to the table. I don't know that we've ever had a guy more creative at the game of basketball.
The first free throw is good. Maravich hits them both.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
Yes, that goes in. Weber's got 6 in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Brown against Bibby. Andrew with the screen. Outside, Maravich. Up again. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Houston. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Tony Kukoc. Taj Gibson is out there with Mutombo. Then it's Bibby, and it's Maravich in at the 2. Gordon against Kukoc. Down low, it's stolen by Mutombo. Now Bibby. Here's Gibson. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. West is checked in for the Mavericks. Mutombo sets a screen. Maravich against Gordon. Clock at 6. No good from Maravich. Utah leading by 6. Here's Blakeney. Shoots over Maravich. Blakeney misses.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Outside, Kukoc. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Gordon against Maravich. Stolen by Gordon. Kukoc with the steal. West dishes to Maravich. It's tipped. Gordon against Maravich. To the inside. It's stolen by Mutombo. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And there's the pass to Bibby. Picked by West. 6 to shoot. Bibby passes to West. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Carter, he's checked in for Utah. Irving comes in for Eric Gordon. Dallas making a switch here. Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 6. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Webber.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. A few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
The feed to Lopez. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Utah. Irving against Maravich. It's deflected. Stolen by Webber. Here's Irving. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And now it's a 10-point Utah lead.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 10. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Kukoc. They grab their own miss. Here's Helly. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Sigford. So it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they